I'm Sarah, welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'll be talking about my top 4 favorite films on Letterboxd. Am I the one who's been obsessed with Letterboxd? Probably not. I feel like the obsession of Letterboxd has risen, especially, you know, TikTok and everything.
Which film in your filmography?
God, this is my dream.
I'm not gonna lie, like,
Oh shit. Time for me to ask you your 4
My gosh, I love these. I always
Can you guess which film of yours featured Letterboxd?
Even celebrities and directors and so many other people have letterboxes, but I'll link mine in the description box below along with my other socials, so you guys can go and check them out, and you guys can leave your letterboxes in the comments so I can go and check them out, and so can other people. But yes, this is my first video, and my channel will basically be about movies, books, and other random things, but mostly movies and books. And if you guys have any other suggestions of what I should be posting, leave it in the comments down below. I would appreciate it. So let's get started. First one is Amélie. It's a French film, and this movie shaped me, and I've never related to a movie as much as this. Like, this is the movie, like, I've never related to a movie, a character, like the aesthetic, as much as I related to in this one. So Amélie is a story about a girl named Amélie Poulain. She is just this like hopeless romantic. She's kind of a loner, and she's kind of like a matchmaker as well. Like, she matches people up, like she puts these like random trail and she like lures them to each other, if that makes sense. We just see this journey of her, I guess, matchmaking until she finds her own love, I guess. And she's just awkward, she's just cute. Literally her house or apartment, like the aesthetic of it, the whole aesthetic of the movie, to the color grading, literally everything, the music, I'm sure everybody knows the Amélie music, like that's just iconic. I don't know if I can play it on YouTube, but I'm sure everybody knows of it already. It's just amazing, and the reason why I like this movie, it feels realistic. I tend to love movies that are realistic. I love the cinematography, the color grading is amazing. They use a lot of greens and yellows and like reds. The theme is like red, yellow, and green, I believe. The acting was phenomenal. Literally everything is perfect about the movie. I gave it a 5. Obviously I gave it a 5, but yeah, it's just amazing. There's nothing that I can like pick out of it that is bad. Everything is perfect. Second movie on my top 4 on my Letterboxd, and it is Psycho by Alfred Hitchcock. So yes, I know, you know, Psycho is a classic. Honestly, I only watched it like a year ago. What? Yeah. I mean, I'm always like this. Like, I have so many movies on my watch list that I either end up watching movies that are horribly rated because I saw like a recommendation on TikTok, or I end up not watching anything at all because I'm so overwhelmed with how many movies I like want to watch. But yeah, it's a classic. It's about this woman who ends up stealing this money. You know, she works at a bank and she ends up stealing this money. She runs away with the money, and then she ends up stumbling upon this motel, the Bates Motel, and she finds herself placed in this awkward but also eerie situation where this receptionist slash owner of the motel, is like flirting with her and is like, and then she later finds out that he has his mother that he takes care of in another house next to the motel, and how their dynamic is not the best, and how the mother gets really jealous. And then we find out that it's only been Bateman all along. He has double personality, DID. The reason why I like this film is because, and I think this is why it's so iconic, is because they capture this intensity and horror when they didn't really use any like special effects, blood, or anything like that. I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, blood, but yeah, they didn't use like any of that. Like the shower scene, obviously, like, you know, he many times, and there was only blood at the end and only like on the knife, like a little bit. So it shows how if you want to make like a horror movie or something that's like creepy, you shouldn't really, I guess, use all these bloods and all that. But I think like why it's so, I guess, creepy or whatever. I mean, it's not really that creepy, but you know, it's known as a horror. And the reason for that is obviously the music, iconic music, amazing. The shots, the close-ups, you know, everything is just there for a reason. The camera angles, everything is in there for a reason. And I really like the choice of using like black and white. Really nice. And I like how like her sister, like the main character's sister and her boyfriend, like, or I think the main character's boyfriend, were like looking for her and thought like she stole the money, but the story's like completely different. And I didn't really just appreciate that. And that was my first Alfred Hitchcock film. Okay, my third favorite, I guess, film on my Letterboxd is La La Land. I mean, are we surprised? La La Land is amazing, and whoever says otherwise, they don't know what they're talking about, okay? La La Land, you know, it follows girl Mia and this man Sebastian, or woman and man Sebastian, who are in LA, and they want to pursue their dream career of Mia becoming an actress and Sebastian a musician, and you know, just follows their love story and how, I guess, their careers separated them. I love tragedies, okay? I just love movies that end in tragedy. The music in this is iconic, you know, the main theme. I feel like everybody plays it on the piano and it's kind of annoying at this point, but I love it so much. And obviously the colors. I want to talk about the colors in this film. So Mia is like this red, so she's like red at the beginning, and Seb is blue. And I'm talking about the lighting and the clothes. So like the lighting around Mia at the start is like pink, and the lighting, or red, and the lighting around Seb is like blue, and then when they meet up it becomes purple. That's really good. That's amazing details right there. And then when they like get into a fight, it was like green. So, and then like at the end when they both like separated, you know, they each had their own color again, but then when they finally meet, you know, at the end scene at the jazz bar or the jazz club, I don't really remember, it becomes purple again. And I just think that's such, you know, amazing detail. Obviously it is a musical, and La La Land, I don't really care that it's a musical. I never watched musicals. That was like my first ever musical, and I enjoyed it, but I don't think I enjoyed it because it was a musical. I think I enjoyed it just because how tragic it is towards the ending. Final movie on my top 4 Letterboxd is In the Name of the Father. This was my first ever Daniel Day-Lewis movie that I've watched, and from there on I watched like 5 of his other movies just because he's acting in them. Why? Because he is the best actor and no one can tell me otherwise. He is the best, and literally the best. And he was nominated for this film, but he did not win. But his acting is phenomenal. So basically, In the Name of the Father, it's about this man who did not commit, you know, a crime, but was convicted, you know, to prison with his father. You know, there are many political reasonings to this. I don't want to get into them, but if you watch the movie, you know what I'm talking about. And so they were basically put in prison for nothing. They were innocent men, and I guess the movie talks about injustice and family and so many other things. And you know, the main character and the father didn't have the best relationship, so when they were in prison they bonded. This movie really made me cry, made me laugh, made me feel so many emotions, and I just loved it so much. And then we have Emma Thompson's character, who is a lawyer, our main character's lawyer, and she just helps him, you know, get out of jail. She tries her best, she tries for years, and you know, the main character didn't really have a trust in lawyers, and it just shows that, oh my god, that end scene, I'm thinking about it right now and it's insane. The end scene when like he got out and like he was like, in the name of my father, and you know, oh, that is amazing. So yes, it is perfect. Obviously it is slow and it feels real. It is based on a true story, by the way. I'm gonna just say this. I haven't read like the book that it was based on. When I'm thinking about it, I just feel so many emotions, you know, anger, sadness, aggression. You know, it is one of the themes: violence, aggression, politics, you know, injustice, and so much more. So yeah, I love that movie so much. And Daniel Day-Lewis and Emma Thompson, and I forgot the name who played Daniel Day-Lewis's father, but those three were amazing in this film. Such great actors, and yeah, it really made me cry. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, honestly, but yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Those were my top 4 favorite films on Letterboxd, and comment down below once again what's your top 4 favorites, and leave your letterboxes in the description, or in the comments, sorry, because I want to do a video of me reacting to your guys' letterboxes. So make sure you go follow me on my Instagram, and you can DM me your letterboxes there or leave them in the comments. But follow my Instagram because I want to do a lot of like interactive, I guess, challenges for my videos, so I don't want people to participate. But yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!